Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Everton have been linked with a striker today. Francolino Jew, who plays for Midtjylland, 21-year-old from Guinea-Bissau, scored 8 goals and has 3 assists in 8 games so far this season. He's been valued at 17.5 million and has also been tracked by PSG and a number of other Premier League teams as well. So obviously goal scoring from the centre forwards has been a bit of an issue so far this season, with obviously Beto only having 1 in the Premier League and 1 in the Carabao Cup, and Barry hasn't got off the mark yet. So yeah, bit of a worry there, and maybe not saying they are, but maybe Everton are looking round at other players who could come in. But again, this seems obviously a young player with no Premier League experience. It's going to be an interesting one because Beto, you can't imagine Beto will be getting a new contract unless he has an amazing season. And with only 1 year after this, after this season, what are the chances Everton will give him that contract and keep him? So it would seem, Everton do need to be on the lookout for the next centre forward, and it might be just that this is the opportunity. This is the year where Barry gets that grounded in the Premier League with Beto alongside them. Then once he's got that experience, another centre forward comes in. Who knows? This could be for January for all we know. Could take the pressure off the strikers we've got, but we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of that. Freiburg Sporting Director Joachim Salah has been explaining why they sent Milan Roll to us. Obviously, it's a loan at the moment, and that could easily become a signing next season with the obligation. And unfortunately, injuries were mentioned in the criteria. He said there was external factors such as injuries and illness for which Milan cannot be blamed. Excuse me. And we have to accept. After his return in the second half of the season, things went well for the team, and it wasn't easy for him to get into the starting lineup. What role will Milan play for us? In what position will he secure and consolidate a starting position? What difference will he make in terms of scoring points? Because if you don't have a transfer like that, you have to keep a real consistent return on the pitch. Milan too is keen to take the exciting step. The conditions were right for us. Milan was only really used in the centre at 6 or 8, but was mostly deployed in an attacking position. So basically what he's saying was, because of his injuries and because of his illness, he couldn't stay in the team and they needed consistent performers. So with the player out injured at the moment, that's a little bit of a worrying sign, but hopefully he gets past the injury he's got at the moment and can return for Monday night to be in the squad for the game against West Ham, and then hopefully we can see him consistently. It is a bit disappointing because obviously he probably would have been involved at Wolves if he'd been fit, and probably could have come off the bench in the Merseyside derby after having a good cameo against Aston Villa. So it is disappointing that he is injured, but hopefully it's not something that happens continuously. It's just one of those things. Coming to the Premier League, maybe just getting up to speed and training and playing that first game. Physically just not quite up to it, but hopefully it doesn't become a major issue. Everton women were in action last night. They were beaten 3-1 by Manchester City in the League Cup group stage. That's another defeat. That's 3 in a row, sadly, since their win at Anfield in the first game of the season, which has taken really a lot of the shine off that win. So they'll hope to bounce back this weekend when they're away to Brighton. The owners spent a lot of money on that team, and yeah, I'll imagine they'll want that team to gel pretty quickly, because Everton women did this a few years back, did the same thing, and again, the manager ended up losing his job because a lot of money was spent at the time. I'm sure Brien is dealing with all the issues and getting that team to gel, but it wasn't great last night, and it certainly wasn't great on Friday night when they were beaten by London City Lionesses. So a lot to think about there. Don't forget, Everton women are playing at Hill Dickinson Stadium on October the 12th. They're playing Manchester United. This could be a fantastic opportunity for a lot of people to go to their first game at Hill Dickinson. If you've not had the opportunity to go or the opportunity to take your kids, this could be a fantastic chance to just go down there, see a game in the new stadium, get used to the surroundings in a little bit, maybe a little bit calmer fashion than going to a Premier League game, obviously. And it's not easy to get tickets for a Premier League game. So if you've not had the chance yet to go to Hill Dickinson, this could be a fantastic opportunity to get down there, sample the plaza and see what you've been missing out on so far. So tickets are available for that game so far. There you go. Hoping to hear from David Moyes tomorrow as he does his press conference ahead of the West Ham game, which still does seem miles away, Monday night. So we'll hear his thoughts and find out about all the players, whether they're available for the game or not, and obviously his reflection on Wednesday night's disappointing loss to Tuesday night's disappointing loss to Wolves in the Carabao Cup. So we'll give you all that information tomorrow. There you go. Thanks for watching. See you later.